Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to LORED. So, in the previous episodes, we were playing the demo. This is actually the kind of early access game. For those of you that kind of are not familiar with the series and it's kind of first time checking it in, I will kind of link the playlist in the description for this. But kind of in the last few episodes, we kind of built our way through kind of stage 1, and we got to the part where the end of the demo where it was stage 2 that was kind of unlocked. So welcome back for those of you who have been following the series, and basically for those new guys, like and girls. Basically, this is an incremental game where, these little lords, or loreds, as you would like to say, depending on how you want to pronounce it, all kind of, create different kind of resources. It kind of starts off with the stone, and then, once the stone has enough kind of resources built up, you can use that stone to kind of upgrade the coal. And then with the coal, you can upgrade things like the raw copper and the kind of raw iron, which also leads stone. And then, once you've got the kind of enough iron, you can go over to the actual iron ingots and so on and so forth. And then, there's quite a few tech trees here. I'm just going to kind of familiarize myself with these. These were all kind of completed. This was the very first one here, the fire starter upgrades, where we kind of went through kind of all the little bits and pieces. This is kind of new skulls. We haven't seen any of them yet in stage 1. The second tree here is basically the juice pot. You can see here on some of these kind of like on the lower thing, you can see the red and the green bars going down. That's just the different kind of types of juice that just kind of exponentially grows the different materials depending on how we kind of feed them to the little characters there. Next is the kind of the malignant upgrades, which was kind of the final unlock for this malignancy thing here. He's been kind of working away on all of the things here. So we kind of completed that, I believe. I think, we pretty much completed that. There is an unknown one here. I think this might be with the, must be stage 2 that I might unlock. And then, we have like little things here. This is going to be the new one here, which is kind of stage 2, which is what we're going to dive into today and kind of get going with that. Before we go into that, though, we will kind of look over the last kind of couple of things here on these last little screens. So this is the cash shop. This was unlocked here. Looks like we have a couple of new things here. So let's just unlock that. It looks like... Oh, so it looks like it's reset. Okay. So, right. So it looks like this last time was kind of fully maxed out. We had a lot of kind of levels on these that really kind of like upgraded the kind of the levels and stuff and the kind of production of all the materials. But it looks like the cash shop's actually been kind of reset. You can see here all of these unknown ones are kind of we had them unlocked, so that's kind of interesting. And now also the UI is kind of different as well. We actually have this gem, which I don't think in the last one it was just kind of a production line, not actually a little character. So gem here is just kind of, what's he doing there? He's kind of, oh, I see. So he's basically firing an arrow, which is kind of bringing a gem out. So that's interesting. What I'll do is I'll kind of, before we kind of go into kind of the last one here, which I'm hoping hasn't been reset because that actually took quite a lot of resources on these, I'll kind of unlock that just so we can get a little bit of cash. Gain dollars equal to 1% of your gems each second. So that's going to be a long time before we get that. It's like 0.01. So that's going to take a long time. Okay, so it looks like, wait a minute. Interesting. So it looks like there was some characters that were like kind of like little kind of icons in the last one. So I wonder if we've got to start all over again in one of these upgrades. But anyway, let's kind of move on. What's this? Something wicked this way to come. This is a new one. So this looks like it needs brains or shells or something like that. So this is the, so it looks like parasitic, so it must be kind of shells and stuff. So let's unlock stage 2. Let's see kind of what's kind of to offer here. So we've got stage 2 here. We've got a couple of things that kind of aren't unlocked yet. What are we getting here? We are getting oak. Okay, so these are all the different kind of materials. Might as well just unlock any of the free things going on. It looks like we're creating wood right now, which I believe will be on further down the line, maybe. We'll see with that one. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So we've got water. Let's kind of unlock that and kind of see what happens. So it looks like wood resources is the main thing here. I mean, it takes... Wow, that takes like a lot of coal. For UDC, I just want to kind of... Where's stats here? Stage 1. Okay, so in terms of coal, so we're actually losing coal right now. Like we're actually 2 UDC a second. So this here is like kind of really kind of basically double what our kind of current kind of coal production is. So let's just kind of pop into kind of stage 1 here. I think we've got to kind of upgrade this a little bit just to kind of make sure that we're not going to get kind of screwed there on that. So that should now be okay. So it's 2.6. Interesting. Doubles output and input. Okay, so we need wood somehow. So what have we got here? So we have some kind of how to play things which I haven't seen before. So this is, you know, obviously new to the full game and stuff. So yeah, so a case of like, you know, clicking the upgrades, which we've kind of gone through a lot of the episodes. Looks like there's a 3rd stage. Interesting. Just kind of going over what the lords are, what they do, the dialogue, levels up, what they all mean, which we've gone over in previous episodes. Kind of attributes, jobs, upgrades, kind of a lot of the stuff that we kind of went through kind of previously. Pending upgrades. Okay, yeah, so pending upgrades we didn't quite touch on. Basically, there's a little yellow kind of thing on the malignancy. Where is it? This one? Yeah, I think it's this one where it's like when you prestige and stuff, you can actually level up the skill, but it won't actually do until you prestige. So that's that one. And then juice, again, we kind of went through the juice kind of things. So yeah, so let's have a look. So it looks like we've got, you know, we can start getting on these kind of upgrades here. So unlock seed. Okay, so the seed needs 2 trees to level up. So I'm assuming the tree here is gonna kind of help with that. So let's get, what do we get? So that's grown 1 tree per second. So we're gonna need 2 trees in order to get the seed. And then also we have here, we can unlock Ryan with 6 trees, which will get steel. And then yeah, so it's a case of just kind of on this stage 2, it looks like we are just kind of starting pretty much from scratch now. On this one, it's completely separate from the other upgrades. So skulls, we'll have to see what that kind of gets us kind of further down the line. I did have auto buy on the first stage, but do I need to turn these back on again? I think I might have to. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to kind of work on kind of getting these back to kind of auto upgrade, because I just kind of want to make sure that those are going to be kind of leveled up, and I want to also make sure that we have kind of like a positive on that. So just make sure. So give me a few minutes. I'm just going to kind of quickly get things all set back up. Okay, and now that we're back, I've kind of sorted out stage kind of 1, so that's all on the positives. You can see there now we're producing a lot more materials kind of than what we were doing before. Even the malignancies kind of like doing nice there. So now that we can kind of focus on the kind of stage 2 stuff now. So I'm just going to quickly, you know, take off that so we can kind of focus on this one. So unlocked seeds. So it didn't take too long. Obviously, these are very slow to kind of start off with. They kind of always have been, but like kind of you can see here that the trees themselves do take a lot of other materials from stage 1. So they use kind of the electricity. This one needs coal. This one needs coal as well. So like kind of as we progress through the kind of the different materials in stage 2, it's going to be a case of like where we are going to have to keep dipping back in from kind of stage 1 and kind of go over that kind of stuff as well. One other thing that's kind of pretty cool, which is kind of I think is new from the last one, is this kind of like this little kind of circle here where you can kind of click to upgrade. It now actually has a little progress bar. So when it's fully gray, it's kind of like not close to leveling up, but like kind of when it is close to leveling up, or leveling up, like this one here, for example, you can see it just kind of like it's like a full kind of solid color. So you can kind of just get a quick visual of how close things are instead of having to see, I think in the last one I used to kind of hover over and be like, all right, that one's 7 minutes, all right, that one's 2 minutes, oh, that's 20 seconds. So that's a nice little quality of life improvement. I would like to figure out how we get wood though. Let's kind of get back onto the actual tree here and see, because I think it might be. All right, okay. So unlock Gokida, which is the wood lord. So we need to kind of unlock that, but we need 10 axes to do that. So I'm assuming it's going to be maybe this guy here. So I think what we'll do is we'll unlock Ryan first, once we get enough kind of trees there, and then what we'll do is we'll then kind of look at getting kind of to see if that kind of unlocks this one as well, because that steel is going to need to unlock tomato soup. And then is there anything else that we can see? There's not really anything else that I can see that kind of does that. I mean, it's taken 0.05 seconds per to do this, and this one's taking 0.29 a second. It's like super low. All right, let's unlock Ryan. Okay, what does he need? So he needs ingots. It looks like rabbit is hardwood. Okay, so hardwood, like I'm curious to see what that, because we have kind of started with some resources for the kind of from the stage 2 stuff, which is cool, but it looks like I think we've spent all of them now. So we had like 35 hardwood and then another 80 of the kind of like logs or wood or however you want to call it. So right now, we're actually not gaining any water whatsoever, so we really need to kind of get that wood unlocked. So how far are we doing? So I think, I wonder what that one is. Right, so if your favorite county is now in the healthiest food in the world, humans, your megacorps purchase the rights to selling it, and aware of the levels of demand boost the price to unreasonable levels. Okay, so this is going to be candy of sorts. So I wonder what that unlock is. There's a ton of stuff here. There's like kind of like glass, sand, hummus. That's actually liquid iron, not soup. You got draw plates, wire, lead, galena. Tumor. Okay, so that's the kind of resource that we're kind of looking for, and that'll give us 100. I think that'll give us the 100 skulls that we need. So that's cool. Quickly on this one, so we can unlock. Okay. So this has really changed. So on the cash shop, it used to be like get little kind of like tokens or icons or whatever it was, and that would used to be another menu. Now it looks like it's kind of you doing it through the actual one menu. So that's pretty cool. Critical chance on the cash shop. We could probably level that up a couple of times. Why not? A 20% critical chance would be good. I'm assuming you get double for that. These stage 1 upgrades don't really have anything because it's all dependent on gems. And then we got to get the rich get richer required to get to unlock this one. So I'm thinking that's why we don't have the automation yet, because it might have been removed. I'm gonna have to kind of think back on that one. So, but these ones, that takes, okay, peas in a pod, unlock a new fella. Okay, so basically add bonus. We need to get 1,000 gems to unlock that. That's going to give us add bonus. So to get that, we'll to unlock this one, I'm assuming, and then this one, and then this one. So yeah, so we got to unlock these one at a time. Might as well get this leveled up as much as I can, just to kind of generate a bit more kind of gems, because I really want to kind of get that here. Because the more kind of add bonuses we get, the more kind of gems we get as well. So the quicker we can get that, the better. We just need kind of 1,000 more to go for that. So that's going to take 6 minutes, but we'll get to that one. All right, so let's unlock liquid iron. That's taking 25 of them. So we can kind of get these ones, and then great. Okay, so this is the axe. We need 25 of the liquid iron kind of things on that one, and then we can unlock that, and then we can unlock wood to get that one done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay idle for a little bit. I'm gonna make a cup of tea real quick, and then kind of once we have the axe unlocked and the kind of the wood unlocked, we're going to kind of check back in, go over what we have, and kind of check out more of stage 2.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, and that is the axe upgraded unlocked, so we can kind of use that now. One thing that I did have to do is I had to kind of pause the steel. Obviously that needs it. Well, it needed the liquid iron to unlock, but the steel is using the liquid iron, so I had to kind of just pause him for a second. Should be fine now to kind of turn him back on. There's no kind of resources here that I can see is needed, so we can kind of get this axe. We just need kind of 10 there to kind of get the wood kind of unlocked. So let's just kind of quickly get through that. It's really relatively quick. I know it says 0 per second, but I feel like once it kind of ramps up a little bit, I mean, it is shown as 0 per second, so where is that being used somewhere? That's strange, because it's saying that it's producing 0 per second, but you can clearly see it's doing better than that. So that's weird. But there we go. We have 9, and then let's have a look here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. So now we have wood. So what does that need? That needs the 15 wire, which I believe that's just one of the rewards that we got. So what happens here? So we need the axe to produce the wood. So we're going to need to kind of balance things just a little bit, like what we had to do in the very first stage, where we had to turn things off, slow things down, the raw copper and iron, producing the steel ingots and the coal, and we had all of this problem. So it's just a case of managing that, so we can kind of have axe done there. We can see if we can unlock hardwood. So hardwood, I'm guessing, is probably going to need kind of to use the wood. So it looks like kind of like axe is produced, wood is created, hardwood is kind of made. Okay. And then same with liquid iron is producing the steel. So it's looking like it's working left to right here. So that's probably why we're kind of doing that. But I'm assuming the wood is waiting for tree. The tree is waiting for water. So really we need to get this wood up to 240 just to kind of level up. So exactly like in stage 1, where we had to kind of basically manage the resources and kind of turn things off. What I might do is this needs wood and that needs water. Is anything... I'm trying to kind of figure out, because I know that needs that and needs that. But like, does this, if I pause this, that doesn't affect the tree? Or does it affect the tree? Oh, okay. So it'll be right. Okay. So the seed needs water, and we didn't have enough water produced to kind of to feed the tree. So the water needs to feed both of these. So let's kind of get this leveled up now. This should hopefully grow enough trees to kind of get the axe and cut everything down and make the hardwood. And then we can get that leveled up. What I am going to do though is pause the hardwood so that I can get trees quicker, so that I can level up the water quicker. So yeah, so it just took a little bit of a figuring out thing there. In the meantime, I am going to kind of just keep that liquid iron kind of on the move. It's saying minus 0.35, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's the times are a little bit kind of funky right now. I don't think it's like a true value of what it is. It stems from, it's saying here it's like around 0, because there must be such a small nominal number there. But yeah, because that's saying it's producing 0.05 per second, but it's paused, so I don't understand that one. Anyway, right, 60 more seconds here. Let's see if we can kind of get that one. It does look like something's using up the wood, because we're making like, I thought we were making like 25 a time, but we're not. Okay, let's see what happens with the axe. The axe is made, so we need to make 5 axes to cut things down. So I wonder if we just pause the liquid iron for now, just to kind of get enough kind of resources. It's actually got 182, so it is going up. It's just taking a lot longer than 11 seconds to do that. For some reason, the time, like I say, the times are a bit funky right now. It's saying this is going to be 11 seconds, but it's been saying that for a little while now. So yeah. Okay, let's wind on. Let's get this level up, and then take things from there. Okay, and there we have water at level 2 now. So that's creating positive. So one thing that I've noticed is that the axe is really slowed down when I turned off the hardwood. So I think it might, the axe might need the steel and the hardwood to kind of create that. So that's kind of slowed down quite a lot. I kind of noticed it because I was looking at this kind of fade upgrade, and we had about like 5 or 6 hardwood, and I was just noticing that I was just whittling down and whittling down and whittling down. So what we have to try and do is kind of, first of all, is let's see if we can kind of grow both seeds and trees. I mean, I'm not sure what the seeds needed right now for. I can't actually figure that out. So I'm assuming it needs, to be able to grow the tree, it needs both seeds and water, but I was growing so many seeds that the trees took like just a little bit too long to do that. You can see here, this is so much slower than what it was when we were kind of doing things before. So let's just kind of click this, see if that kind of helps at all. So that's making 1. So I'm just kind of curious if we kind of turn these on as well, if that's going to kind of speed things up a little bit. So we'll just kind of watch, see if that one goes any faster. Probably not, it's probably just my eyes kind of like, see, look, as you can see there. So that's going so much faster there. And then let's just see, it is kind of taking down the hardwood, but it's going so much faster. Okay, so yeah, so that looks like it's kind of what's wrong there. So basically we weren't basically creating enough axes. So that's good. So let's just kind of work on this. Let's see if we can get the fate kind of unlocked next. So we need a total of 30 hardwood, which is going up pretty nice. I wonder if we can just kind of just turn that off now, because I think that's how much wood does it take? Okay, so it only takes 1 wood to create 1 hardwood. So that's fine. So instead of using, I think it's like 0.8 hardwood for each axe that's created. So let's just not create any of them right now. My only concern is that it says -1 here, but I'm not sure that's actually true because we've turned that off. Okay. So we're 17 right now. I'm just kind of curious what kind of fate does. We do have another upgrade here that we can kind of look at. Just need to find it. Yep, so we have the add bonus now. So that's creating 0.0723 per second. So I think we only needed 1 to do that. So that's going to take 13 seconds there. I think what it is I think this kind of timer here is based on like once it's done a full cycle for whatever resource it needs. So I think that's what it is. All right, so what do we have here? Output multiplier based on subscriptions for Atticus. All right, well, that's the next one that we need. So yeah, so now we got to wait for that one, which is going to take 1 day. Yeah, I mean, 10,000 is crazy. So yeah, let's just gonna maybe just wait on that one for a little bit. We can update the gems, which is great. Actually, a few times we've actually got quite a bit of money there. So great on that one. We're actually minus 22 gems right now. So let's see if upgrading that has done anything. Nope, it hasn't. Okay, what's fate? Fate upgrades. All right, so we got a new thing here. What do we have? Stage 2 crits produce 0 to 1 coin. Okay, so we unlocked crits before, but we didn't unlock the ability to crit. Got it. All right, let's have a look here. Crit chance plus 3. Yep, sure. Crit chance plus 1% for stage 2 loads. So, okay, so this is basically, I mean, this is a pretty long one, 39. So this is the upgrade tree for our stage 2 guys. Okay. It's going to be another while for that one, I think. All right, let's have a look. What else? Is there anything we can level up? Probably not. It says 2 minutes here for woods, but woods turned off. Let's just turn all of these back on. This is doing fine. This is doing fine. Let's put you back on as well, because we really need resources, because the upgrades here is going to take some time. Now, I'm curious, what is this here? Because we have 1.87. Okay. But how are we generating this? What is this? Is this just serendipity? Stage 2 crits. Ah, okay. So this serendipity is a complete new resource, like in difference to stage 1. Basically, the crit chance when it crits might produce 1 serendipity. And with that, we can kind of use these. So I think this one, for starters, we have to get like all of them a crit chance. And then we can go into kind of these to make sure that these guys all get their kind of crit chance as well. And then what's this? Snap. Whenever a lord scores a crit, they will draw cards and earn chips based on the score of their hand. Okay, so this is kind of, it's similar to the juice. Let's go in here. So the juice has like green and red kind of currency. The green currency was kind of level up certain things. Here you have serendipity, which is yellow, and then chips, which is blue. So it's going to be all of these ones. Not sure what this is. This might be another one. And then obviously we'll have to see what this pink currency is going to be. But that's obviously going to be a little bit ways down the line. So I don't want to upgrade this yet. That's going to put us into the negative. We do need wood for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the hardwood so that we can kind of create a little bit more wood on that side. We really do need to kind of level up here. So in order to level up here, we need the, what are these, beehives maybe? Where are they unlocked? It doesn't even say where they're unlocked, because it's not even see. This one's wire, this one's, yeah, what is that? That's beehives. So I don't know where the beehives are. That's interesting, because it's a little trickier than stage 1, that's for sure. And we have all of these things. So we unlock wire. It's not hummus, is it? That doesn't look like a hummus. That doesn't look like the same thing. So I'm kind of curious on what that beehive is. I wonder if it's in one of the other kind of level ups, or sorry, skill trees, or if it's kind of like further down here. I think the tree, what do we think? Maximum crit chance. Do we wait for the hand size and kind of unlock that so we can actually create the blue chips to kind of unlock that? I mean, it's all kind of like, obviously with it being new, it's kind of like figuring stuff out, but yeah, I'm kind of really curious how am I supposed to kind of upgrade when I can't even see what the material is. I wonder if it shows you in the currency at all. It doesn't really say like kind of what we have in terms of currency. It just has everything on there, and it's not in here because that's copper. You know, all of these are kind of the cash shop, fuel and all that kind of stuff. So it's none of this stuff here. So I'm really curious where we can find the, well, beehive or whatever it might be. But yeah, that's gonna be tough. Because like, how do we? What's it? Oh, I'm stupid. I thought I turned on wood. I've been waiting for that so I could upgrade that, so I could upgrade this, and the entire time it's been off. Great. Okay. All right. Let's get these couple other upgrades. What do we want to do? Do we want to do Ryan? Probably not. We probably want to do Bulby, right? Because Bulby's going to be a lot kind of more often than Ryan, because it looks like Ryan needs, well, I've turned off Ryan for starters, but you know, obviously it requires liquid iron, which is going relatively slow. But there we go. Right, so on the wood grind, we're getting that kind of sorted. Like I say, I wonder if something to do with seeds has to do with the beehive. I'm just really kind of, there has to be something that I'm missing here. You know, this takes serendipity. Once we have serendipity, we can unlock sand. Once we have enough sand, I'm assuming sand is used to create glass. I'm not sure where hummus is going to come from. Chips, and then draw plates, wire. I wonder if it's here. I wonder if this guy here is the, because it's like that kind of color, the same color as the beehive roughly. I wonder if that's going to be it, one of those two there on the bottom ones. But we'll see. What else have we got here? I mean, we could turn off Ryan real quick and just kind of see if we can kind of work on getting iron so we get more of an output. And then what we can do is, once we've kind of leveled up this a little bit more, we can kind of work on kind of turning back on hardwood. Okay, so I'll unlock this. We'll get into the positives. We have more upgrades here. So what do we want to do, Ryan? Not really. I'd rather just kind of use one of these, really. Max crit chance. So there's a min max chance. Interesting. Okay. And it says we only have one upgrade now, so we actually lost an upgrade. Interesting. I wonder how we managed that. Let's turn that up. Oh, okay. So for the ad bonus, we need gems. So yeah. So this is the cash shop is now like a balancing act as well. So that's going to be another challenge in itself. So we'll kind of have to see with that one. But yeah, this is kind of stage 2, guys. So I'm going to kind of go offline just a little bit longer. I'm going to upgrade a few of these things just a little bit more. And then before we kind of close out this episode, I'm just going to kind of showcase what else I can kind of get unlocked in this kind of tree here. I'll see if I can get these two unlocked and kind of skip past a little bit of time. And then lastly, before we go, I'm going to try and save up enough just to see if we can get glass and see if we do need sand in order to get the glass.
1 hour later.
Okay, and we're back. And after little bit longer than I kind of thought I would be. Kind of got a few things level up here, so we can get one more level on water, we can get one more level on the axe, then we can also get another level on the steel, but more importantly we can get Shyam, which is the glass kind of lord there. So we do need 40 of them, so luckily I had kind of stepped away for a little bit where we had enough stockpile of the steel. So there we are. So we're making glass now, which is great because it looks like we can get these unlocked pretty much straight away. So that's kind of like the first kind of setback there on that. So that's kind of good. It doesn't look like it needs anything to produce. And I'm just kind of having a look just to make sure nothing's going down there. It does look like liquid iron and the kind of axe is on a deficit, so I kind of want to get those kind of upgraded. See kind of where we are with that. That's going to take a little bit of time because I think in order to get that we need kind of more the hardwood, but more the hardwood we're going to need more the wire, just to kind of keep that in the positive. And we haven't even unlocked the wire yet. The wire is actually unlocked through Doodly, which is the draw plates there. So what we'll do is we'll unlock the hummus, we'll get that kind of going. I will kind of unlock the sand, just so we are producing stuff there. It looks like sand doesn't need anything, so that looks like its own resource there. Okay, so we can level up that now. So it looks like we are kind of in the positive on the water. I think I've got to find out where we are with this for the tree, because I really need to find out how we can level up with that kind of resource. Not really sure how we managed to get that. While we're waiting on the kind of glass to kind of like level up there, it looks like it does need water to kind of level up. I'll have a look at these as well. We do have some extra. We might as well get snap, just so we can create some chips. I've leveled like a couple of things here, so I don't want to kind of step on that. What have we got here? The top 5 of your 20 best hands will be featured in this widget. Their chip earnings will be totaled at the top. Rarer hands will persist in this widget for longer. Okay, might as well see what that looks like. We can get a couple of these. We can get hand size, might as well get that. Gain crit chance equal to the first digit of the latest chip gain. Okay, all right, might as well get that one. So that one's unlocked now. Right, so we have a few of them. Doesn't look like we got any other unlocks that we got available, because, you know, obviously we need the chips for that one. You can see here on the axe, it's the 3 of spades, and it looks like we got the 4 of hearts on the seed, 6 of hearts on liquid iron. It looks like we got a jack and a 6 on the sand, so I'm kind of curious on that one. But let's have a look before we kind of wrap up this episode, what's going on. First, might as well get that. Maximum coin output, that would be actually pretty good. They looks like coins are going to be pretty kind of useful in kind of leveling up this tech tree. Crit rolls +1, more crit chance. Okay, so like that's pretty cool. That's going to take obviously a lot of time in order to do that. Might as well kind of just throw in just a couple of levels here, kind of get those ones. You know, you can never have too much kind of resource on that one. What do we have here? We can kind of upgrade this quite some to level 15 there, so that's good. We can actually grab this a couple of times as well, just to make sure we're not kind of going in the deficit on the gems there. So that's kind of good on that one. We got 2 more upgrades. I mean, yes, definitely haste that so we can get kind of gems faster. We do have another one as well. Where is that though? Okay, so that's just stage 1, so that'll just kind of make stage 1 kind of level up a bit quicker, even though we're not really kind of focused on that one. It's going to take a little bit of time for this. It looks like we're getting, 16,000 a second. So in order, I'll go back to that. It looks like it is going to take a little bit of time in order to get that one. So the formula begins as log base 10 of add bonuses raised to the power of 2. Okay, so I feel like that's going to kind of exponentially kind of grow things there. That's went from about 16.7 to about 22. And then, obviously with the cash as well, that seems to have gone up quite dramatically as well. Also, it looks like the ad is kind of going from 712 to, when it kind of clicks on that one, it's doing 2.31 a second, so that's pretty good, and it's plus 32 every time it kind of rotates, so that's kind of jumping up pretty cool. What else have we got? I mean, we're straight into the kind of leveling these. What we got, might as well just get the crits up there. It's just like, it's always working on the crits. Looks like we have another thing here, so we can get hummus. Okay, so Jack's. Okay, Jack needs glass to kind of level up. And what do we get from that? So it looks like we get hummus. So I wonder if that... Nope, it's still not that resource. So I'm kind of curious on what it is that we need to do to get enough so we can start leveling up the trees. It looks like hummus is being used for something. But I don't know what that could be. We'll see if we'll level up sand, so that's kind of positive now. Glass is positive. We really need to get liquid iron kind of upgraded a little bit just to kind of get that. We also need to get axe upgraded. So what I'll do is I'll kind of close things out for today. I am going to kind of work on this, leave it a little bit of AFK for a while. So guys, if you've appreciated kind of watching this episode and want to tune into the next one, I'll catch you guys soon.